Okay, so in this video, we're going to look at how to expand something like this. X plus 3 times x plus 2. So two sets of brackets, both with two things inside the brackets. That's where the word binomial comes from. Bi means two, just like bicycle has two wheels. So there are two things inside each bracket. And to expand it, we want to be able to get rid of those brackets, and that means we have to do some multiplying. Now this acronym up the top here, this helps us remember the different steps of multiplying that we have to do. So the F stands for first, the O stands for outside, the I stands for inside, and the L stands for last. So the way that we apply that is that when we're multiplying, we're going to first of all multiply the first things in each bracket. So we're going to multiply x and x. So that gives us x squared. Then we're going to multiply the outside things. So the x and the 2 are both on the outside of our brackets. So x times 2 is 2x. Then we're going to multiply the inside things. So we're going to multiply the 3 and the x. 3 times x is 3x. Then we're going to multiply the 3 and that other 2 there. So 3 times 2 is 6. So we get this expanded form, and then we just need to clean it up a bit by collecting like terms. So what I mean by that is, if we add and subtract algebra terms, we can think of them a bit like Lego blocks, and so we can only add the blocks which are the same. So this first block is an x squared block. There are no other x squared blocks, so we just leave that one by itself. In the middle here we can see there's a 2x block and a 3x block, so they're the same type of block. So if we have 2 lots of x, we add another 3 lots of x. How many lots of x do we have altogether? We've got 5x, and then at the end we've got our plus 6. So we've simplified this bracket, or this set of brackets, down to x squared plus 5x plus 6. Now I use the different colours for FOIL just because sometimes you might think of it a bit differently, and so really all we're doing is we're multiplying everything in the second bracket by this first thing here, the x. So x multiplies everything in the second bracket, and then we also need to multiply everything in the second bracket by this thing here, which in this case was the plus 3. So we multiply plus 3 by everything in the second bracket. So let's have a go with another question. I'll leave that one just there so we can see it a bit. So let's do something like x plus 4, x minus 5. So to expand this, actually we'll need a bit more room. We're going to go through the same process. So you can think of FOIL. I won't bother doing the two colours this time. Or you can just think about, I need to multiply everything in the second bracket by the first thing, and I also need to multiply everything in the second bracket by that second thing there. And if you just actually physically draw in those lines, once you've drawn them in, now you just need to go and do the actual math. So you've prompted yourself for what you need to do. It's pretty hard to go wrong from here, apart from making some mistakes with your multiplying, but at least you're going to have the right process. So if we multiply those first two x's together, we're going to have x times x is x squared. If we do x times the second thing over here, we just need to be careful to remember that that minus is part of the 5. So x times minus 5 is minus 5x. Then we're going to go 4 times x here on the inside. So 4 times x is positive 4x, and then positive 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. So we do our cleanup job. We've got our two x terms here in the middle, which we need to add together. The x squared is just going to stay there, but we have minus 5x plus 4x, so that takes us up to minus 1x, and then we've got the minus 20 at the end. Now in algebra we don't really like showing ones, so we're just going to delete that 1, and minus x means the same thing, it means minus 1x. Let's just have a go at one more. So if we do, in this case, we'll do 2x plus 3, and we're going to multiply that by 5x minus 1. So if we have a look at this one here, we're going to do the same thing again. Let's just draw in our prompts. So we're going to do the 2x times everything in the second bracket, and then we'll do the 3 times everything in the second bracket. So if we do 2x times 5, 2 times 5 is 10, x times x is x squared. And then if we multiply the 2x by the second thing over there, again remembering that that minus is part of the 1, so 2 times minus 1 is minus 2, and that x tags along. Then when we come to do our red ones, we've got positive 3 times 5x, so 3 times 5 is 15, and again we've got an x tagging along, and then we've got positive 3 times negative 1, so that is negative 3. So we do our cleanup job at the end, and we get 10x squared, because there's no other x squareds. We've got these two x terms in the middle that need cleaning up, so minus 2 plus 15 takes us up to positive 13x, and then we've got